We have healthcare questions. We have income questions, all those other basic needs support services. And it was with that idea, and at the same time, from our friends that we were serving were saying that to us, the friends that make it possible for us to serve kept saying, we love and appreciate food share, but at what point is it going to get better? There's only more and more people that need our help. What can we do about that? And so what we learned was from both those that we were serving and those that made it possible for us to do the work that we do, they were all asking for the same thing. Ensure that nobody goes hungry, but help move us towards family stability and self-sufficiency. And that's why we're here today. And this is what Food Share and Friends is about. And we have some wonderful, amazing angels that made this possible, but you are just as important, and your presence here is so valued. So I'm going to start with introductions before our friends speak. We do have some elected officials here for us. From the County of Ventura, Supervisor Steve Bennett's office is here. We can give everybody a round of applause. I think we should clap for all these great people that help. Rigo Vargas is just, you're going to hear from him, but he's our Director of Public Health at the County of Ventura. He's an amazing man. He's here. Raise your hand so we can say thank you, thank you, thank you. Jim Hensley from our Port Hueneme Council is here.
Oh yeah!
Tracy Phillips from the Port of Hueneme, our Chief Executive Officer. Fred Robinson from the Santa Paula Chamber of Commerce, our CEO there, Mr. Santa Paula. Miss Maggie Elasu from Doss Williams' office, 37 District, our Assemblyman couldn't be here today, but Miss Maggie's here, so we're very appreciative of that. And they just helped us with some drought assistance funding, so thank you so much for that. That will be a big deal. Sandra Delgado is here also from Congressman Julia Brownlee's office, so thank you so much for being here with us. We appreciate that. So the players, the food angels from the Port of Hueneme, Oxnard Harbor District, I'm going to let you know who our commissioners are, as well as our leadership team. Our President, Jess Herrera. Vice President, Dr. Manuel Lopez. Secretary, Arlene Frazier. Commissioner, Jason Hodge. Commissioner, Mary Ann Rooney. Our CEO and Port Director, Kristen Dacus. John Demers, our Chief Operations Officer. Andrew Palomares, our Chief Finance and Administration Officer. And Will Berg, our Public Information Officer. And then we have our Board of Directors from our Port Renovation, and this not-for-profit is our partner that really holds and stewards the Food Share and Friends Mobile Pantry with us. And so with us we have Mike Barber, Leah Lucayo, and who can forget the wonderful Tony Vellante, former mayor of Port Hueneme as well. And we're very happy to have you here with us. And Andrew Palomares and John Demers also sit on the Port Renovations Board, so they're doing double duty, and we really appreciate that, very much so. From our Wells Fargo team, Reza, you brought the whole Wells Fargo family. We are so excited. So you can hear them. Of course, Reza Argapur is our Regional President of Pacific Coast Community Banking for Wells Fargo. We're very excited to have you here with team. And I'm going to let you introduce your whole team when you come up to speak, because I don't want to miss anybody. Okay? Deal. We also, from Lowe Enterprises, Albert drove, I don't know, hours and hours to be here. Albert Lemus is the Senior Vice President for Lowe's Enterprises, is one of the primary partners in putting this together. And you are Senior Vice President, correct? Yes. And late to a dinner date because of us. Everybody tell Albert thank you. Absolutely. Ruben Duran, I got to see you for just a second. I know you're in the room for Burke William Sorensen. He was our special counsel that helped make Food Share and Friends possible. And then we also have some other partners here from the Gene Haas Foundation and the County of Ventura partners that we mentioned. So with that, I'm going to ask our chairperson to come up, deliver a few words. The Port's going to share a couple of words, and Wells Fargo will say a few words as well, and then the County of Ventura. And then Susan, after all of that, is going to tell you what's going to happen when Food Share and Friends hits the road. Right, Susan? Our Director of Program and Services. And before I forget, Food Share team has been hard at work, and all of this beautiful food was brought to us by Red Brick Pizza, our One Family, One Restaurant friends who donated the beautiful food, fresh and fabulous, and Urban Cafe. And Himalaya Restaurants, all part of our 1F, 1R family. And all of our team, please raise your hands. I know you get embarrassed but make sure everybody knows who you are. Thank you so much. Okay, Brian, your turn. And please, and this is a very casual setting, have something to eat and drink while we're chatting. We know it's a little warm out.
So good evening. First off, I want to thank all of you for coming out. This is a great day for Food Share. When you look and you see this, first off, I'm curious who's going to drive it, because it's a little scary. You're going to drive it? Okay. But it's a great day for Food Share because it's going to enable us to go to places we haven't been able to go to before. And so it's really one more step for Food Share. And I couldn't be prouder of the people that work here at Food Share for the work that we're doing to take care of those that may be going through a rough spot or just haven't been as fortunate as we have. And it means a lot. And so I want to call a couple of people out because without them, this just simply would have remained a dream. And Bonnie was talking about something like this 3 years ago, and here it is today, for real, going on the road next month. And so it couldn't have happened without the port. All right, so I'd like to give them a shout out. Very, very generous donation that made this possible. And then, really a steady partner. I run into him at all these events. Reza, Wells Fargo, you couldn't ask for a better partner. And then real briefly, what I want to talk about is just, what we are here, which is, we're a community. And it takes three things to have a community. The first one is you have to care. Because if you don't care, the community is not going anywhere. And I want to thank all of you, even the people in the very back, for coming out, because you showed you care. So thank you very much. That's the first thing you need. The second thing you need is partnership. Whether that's the port, whether that's Wells Fargo, whether that's, and Susan, if you step aside for a minute, you can see all the people who had something to do with this. And it's partnership that makes this happen. Because otherwise it just remains a dream, and today it got real. And then the third thing is you need somebody who's gonna step up, because otherwise it's all just talk. And so they're the people that stepped up, that made this possible, and I just want to say thank you very much. We are indebted to you. We're going to do great things with this, and you're going to see it in this community because we care, because we collaborate, and because you stepped up. Thank you very much. So with all the things I said about the port, I would ask the president of the Port of Hueneme to step up right now. Mr. Jesse Herrera. Yes?
Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see you here and to have such great interest in Food Share. You know, the wind was been blowing all day long, and it reminded me of an old poem that reads, "On a day when the wind is perfect, the sail just needs to be open, and the world will be full of abundance." And I think today we are here to celebrate the setting sail of a new vessel into our community, the vessel of sharing. This voyage will take it throughout Ventura County, providing not just food, but access to many other needed services that their collaborators can provide. As to the Port of Hueneme, the Oxnard Harbor District, the Board of Harbor Commissioners is extremely proud to be part of this It is a dream come true for us. And I would like Marianne Rooney to come forward here. Marianne, come and stand with me, please. I'm sorry our other commissioners aren't here today to share this with you, but Marianne is, and I'm glad she's here. We were thrilled to find out during this capital investment project that we went through that we were able to provide a public benefit use. And of course, the greatest public benefit use that we could think of was food share. So we decided to go into this and to provide this for the community. This is a very rare opportunity for us, and we were so proud to be the driving force behind it. It is not often that we get the ability to provide funds like this for a community project. We want to congratulate Bonnie Weigel and her entire staff at Food Share for the great job that they're doing and for the great job that they will continue to do with this new vehicle. And once again, I can't emphasize any greater what a great pleasure it gives the Port of Hueneme, the Oxnard Harbor District, and our commissioners to be able to provide something like this for our community. We're consistently looking for ways to reach out to the community and be part of it and have people understand that we exist for only one reason, and that is to service you and to make it a better place to live. So with that said, I want to thank you all very much for being here, and I'm going to pass the baton to Kristen Dekas, our Executive Officer.
Well, isn't this amazing? Let's just once again give a round of applause to everybody that's been engaged in this. It's such a cool, awesome day. I don't know if everybody's got a flyer, but this is really an aligning of the stars that made this all happen. It all came under what's called a new market tax credit deal, where we were able to do three very important things. One, we were able to use funding to build a shoreside power system, so our vessels, when they come into dock, can plug in and they don't have to run their diesel auxiliary engines. So we're getting clean air out of this. The second thing we were able to do is bring improvements in lighting efficiency to our railhead, what we call our tourist station. So we have improved lighting and energy efficiency as part of this deal. And of course, what we're celebrating here today, our mobile pantry. And it was the combination of all these three elements of the project that allowed us to get the financing to bring all of this together. So it's just an amazing day, it's an amazing project, and I'm sorry if this sounds a little bit like the Oscars, but there's so many people that I really feel I need to thank. So, and I want to start with my board, the Harbor Commissioners, for their leadership, for their perseverance, for their dedication, for their faith. This did take a year. They went through workshop after workshop to educate themselves, to learn the intricacies of what they were doing, and it really is their wisdom and leadership that made this all happen, and I just want to give them tremendous accolades for all their hard work. Thank you. On the shoreside power front, we had partners in this project as well in the California Air Resources Board, the Ventura County Transportation Commission, the Ventura County Air Pollution Control District, the South Coast Air Quality Management District, and the Environmental Protection Agency. And I'd also like to give our thanks to Congresswoman Brownlee for her hard work to help us secure grants that leverage the shoreside power project. In terms of the Port Renovation Inc. and our board members, they've been acknowledged. Tony Vellante, our own Santa here, Mike Barbara, Leila Cayo, Andrew Palomares, and John Demers of my team. And then I'd also just like to acknowledge, Andrew, wave your hand, for our finance director here that went out and found this deal, learned how to make it happen and bring it home. So thank you, Andrew, for all your hard work day in and day out to make this a reality. Our legal team, we have Burke Sorensen and Ruben Duran with us tonight that made sure we dotted every I and inked this deal the right way. Nixon Peabody was another player in making sure our Port Renovation Inc. had all the legal intricacies put together for the deal. Of course, our financing team with Wilden Financial Services, Low Enterprises, Clearinghouse, CDFI, and our friends here today with us tonight, Wells Fargo. Quickly on the Shoreside Power, I'd like to acknowledge Southern California Edison, E2 Manage Tech, P2S Engineering, Sully Miller for constructing and building our system, and Gray Bar for providing the equipment. At our Arcturus station, we have ACOM and Toro Enterprises that did all the work there. And Food Share, Bonnie, thank you for your tremendous partnership. Sue Haverland, Chris Devon, and I'd also like to thank Crown Dodge and National Fleet Leasing for building this great asset that we have here in our community today. And I'd also like to recognize our customers in Del Monte and Chiquita, who are going to be bringing millions and millions of bananas to this mobile pantry to make sure our community is well nourished. So personally, I am so excited that this is here today, and as a citizen of this community, I look forward to being a volunteer and participating and working on this truck. Thank you.
And now we'd like to bring up Reza Kapoor from Wells Fargo Bank.
Thank you so much, and good evening, everybody. I'd like to start by saying that Bonnie's vision and Food Share and Friends' vision for this mobile pantry is so much deeper and so much more profound than just delivering food. As I've had the opportunity to talk to Bonnie so many times, this is what you see behind you is a vehicle for hope. And we heard the esteemed gentleman talk about the vessel of hope, but this is truly the vehicle for self-sufficiency. And what I've always appreciated about Bonnie and Food Share, that it's not just about alleviating hunger, it's about helping people get out of poverty. And what this vehicle is going to do, it's going to do some amazing things. They're going to partner with other nonprofits like Cabrillo Economic to go into these neighborhoods and talk about what they can do around affordable housing. Here at Wells Fargo, we're going to be committed to sending bankers out there to talk to these folks about financial literacy and how they can get a bank account so they don't have to go and spend a lot of money on other things. They're also going to be taught the importance of credit, which is so important to be successful, and so many other things. And what we've talked about is partnering with the consulate to get these folks matricular cards. This is so much more than just going out there and giving food. And I'd like to thank Bonnie and the team here for really having that vision to go into these neighborhoods and make them into a better place. Here, Kristen provided some context around how this deal came about. And I think it's important to visit that because New Market's tax credit deal, I've been in banking for 14 years. It's one of the most complicated things, and if you talk to the people from the port, they will attest to that. It takes a lot of patience, it takes a lot of paperwork, and big kudos to the Port of Hueneme for sticking with it. They could have easily given up, and a big shout out to Wells Fargo, who really helped pave the way for these tax dollars. And what did Port Hueneme do with this money? They found an organization that will have the biggest impact in our community, and they gave that money to Food Share, which is just wonderful. With Wells Fargo and with our team here, we do contribute to Food Share financially, but what I appreciate most about the over 700 team members that live and work here in Ventura County is that they volunteer. We have so many great Food Share personnel here that we're giving tours. I didn't need to get a tour from any of them. My assistant and our marketing manager gave me a tour, and it was just as good as everybody else because they're here on a monthly basis, and we have many, many more team members that are committed to this cause. And lastly, and I know I mentioned Bonnie several times, but she does deserve a lot of recognition. Thank you for your vision. Thank you for being a source of inspiration for me. If I'm having a bad day or if I'm in a rut, all I need to do is talk to Bonnie, and she'll give me the inspiration I need to do my job better and be both better personally and professionally. Thank you all very much. Bonnie, as always, she's all about the team, and she's so inclusive. And she said, Reza, you didn't introduce your team. So at this time, I'd like to introduce our area president for our Kern County market and Santa Clarita and Lancaster, Ernie Pineda. Ernie drove about 3 hours to get here today. Ernie was on the board of Food Share for 4 years, and he is so passionate about this organization. We also have the head of the Wells Fargo Foundation for Northern and Central California, Sandy Cha. Sandy, if you could. And we have our district manager for the Channel Islands, which covers Oxnard, Camarillo, and Newberry Park. And a former board member of Food Share, Armin Hagverdi. And the person I couldn't imagine a world without, an avid fan of Food Share. She not only volunteers her time, but she picks all the oranges from her tree at home and brings it here on a consistent basis. Kim, if you could please stand up. And another big-time Food Share volunteer, the head of marketing for our Pacific Coast region, Heather Hoffman. Thank you, everybody, for indulging us, and have a great rest of your day.
And finally, last but certainly not least, I'd like to introduce Rigoberto Vargas, who's the head of Ventura County Public Health and going to be a very strong collaborator in this project. Rigo?
Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, the Food Share family, for inviting the County of Ventura to be a continuing strong and proud partner with Food Share on many endeavors. Our Chief Executive Office under Mike Powers has been very active with Food Share efforts. So has our Human Services Agency and our Healthcare Agency. We in Public Health are part of the Healthcare Agency, and it's just a natural match for us to expand our again strong partnership that we've already had with Food Share. You may know that Food Share really meets two very important public health issues, and they're almost on opposite ends. One is the obesity crisis, especially among children. So this effort is going to go towards addressing that further, that issue. But so does it. It will also address the food insecurity issue. And again, Food Share is providing very good services around those two areas that we in public health are also addressing. We want to provide food security, food to our children and our families, but we also want to do the best we can with providing them with healthy alternatives, healthy foods. And that's where the natural connection comes in. But our partnership extends beyond that. With this mobile pantry, what we are going to do, not only provide the nutrition education, the outreach material, and even do some of the food demonstrations and the food recipes, but we're also going to be enlisting our other partners within the healthcare agency, namely our outreach program to promote access to healthcare. And in fact, we expect to have folks at many of these outreach events helping people to enroll in Medi-Cal or other health coverage options. And we're also going to be providing, at times, whenever we can, we're going to be joining the Food Share family at these events to provide services for example, for screenings, for mammography and other health screenings. We want to take these services out to the community in partnership with Food Share and other partners. So it's just a very proud moment for us to expand our collaboration with Food Share. We're very proud of this, and we also have numerous partners and staff that make this possible, namely our health education team that's in the back, our health coverage and outreach team here from the healthcare agency that has been working behind the scenes closely with Susan and Bonnie's team to make this effort a reality. And we just look forward to being out there to serve the community with other basic needs, not just the food, but other services, as was mentioned. So thank you for the opportunity to be here and be part of this important effort.
Thank you so much. So So Kristen said it's a little bit like the Oscars. I like that because there's all these beautiful people. They have their shades on. They have food. But really, it is a celebration. And think about how many names, how many organizations, how many programs and services are mentioned. You start to get a feeling and a true understanding of what all went into play to make Food Share and Friends possible. If our Food Share Board of Directors could come up, we have a special recognition from Assemblyman Doss Williams' office, and they'd like to present a certificate to you. So Barbara Voss is here, Mike Holson, Tim Noonan, Brian Murphy, and let me see who else is here from our board. Am I missing anybody? No, okay. And I saw an old friend, Ann Sobel, just walk into the room, by the way, and she was our general manager. So I'm so glad you're here. So let's see, Miss Maggie, come on over and present your certificate. That would be great. Oh, there you are. You moved sides on me.
There's a better picture set. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. I'm Maggie. I'm here on behalf of Assemblymember Doss Williams. On his behalf, I'd like to say congratulations to Food Share. Thank you so much for all that you do. This is really exciting, and as Bonnie kind of hinted at a little bit before, this comes at a really great time. The state legislature has been considering a $1 billion emergency drought package, which would help allocate money to food assistance programs like Food Share. Compared to last year's drought relief package, 5 additional counties will be eligible for funds, including our very own Ventura County. So a round of applause for that. So Assemblymember Williams has been very supportive of this. He just helped vote it out of his budget subcommittee today, and it moves to the floor tomorrow for a full vote, but we're certain it'll pass. So we're excited. More money for you guys to do more great things. So more reason to celebrate. Thank you so much for everything that you do. This is super exciting. I'm so glad to be here. And I want to present you with this certificate of recognition. Ooh. Congratulations.
See, the day just keeps getting better and better. Can you imagine by sunset? I know we won't be here that long, I promise, but you're more than welcome to stay. So, my wonderful partners, as I look around our Food Share team, everybody has put so much into this, and we said thank you a moment ago, but I have to say thank you again because I'm watching everybody and they're so happy. Susan, the big question that we keep getting asked. Okay, so now it's here. You saw all the amazing people that put this all together. Now what? And that's what Susan's going to share with you. So Susan Haverlin, our Vice President of Program and Services.
Thank you all for being here tonight. Isn't this an exciting evening for Food Share? It's so long in coming, and we're so grateful to be the recipient of this amazing and beautiful vehicle. Thank you, Consortium Media, for the wrap. We've been planning this for several years now, and we have very big plans for it. Since 1983, Food Share has been providing hope to the hungry, but the need is not going away. One of the reasons is because the cost of living is so high in the county. One of the reasons is because our pantries are run by volunteers, so typically they're open during weekdays. Many of the people we serve are the working poor. The need continues to rise, and we have done so much in our power to try to bring food to these people. But in the last couple of years, we've been talking about the importance of bringing collaborators together to bring more than just food, but solutions to draw people from poverty to self-sufficiency. And the mobile pantry Food Share and Friends is really about the friends. The friends are the collaborators, the folks who are going to come along with us. Through this vehicle, we can create a forum and bring people to us to underserved areas across the county, along with all the collaborators, a number of them that Rigo mentioned. Certainly public health is going to be a big one. Financial literacy with Wells Fargo. Every potential collaborator we have approached has expressed an interest in being part of this. So we think it's going to be very big. In the background, we had this Cal State Channel Islands School of Social Business do a study for us of every census tract in Ventura County to assess how well it was doing in terms of employment, housing, food insecurity, and health. So they studied these indicators in every single census tract in the county and indicated those that had particular deficiencies. And those are the census tracts where the vehicle will go. Some call them food deserts, but we learned that a food desert doesn't necessarily mean there's not a supermarket. Rather than proximity to a supermarket, it's really about poverty. There may be a market there, but people can't afford to shop there. So what we're going to do is create this forum, bring this beautiful vehicle and all our collaborators to all these different census tracts across the county to bring hope and services to people who live in those neighborhoods. As it stands right now, I think we're going to be visiting one location, each location once a month. We're going to be on the road 3 days a week, probably 2 locations every day. So if we're going to the East County, we start in Moore Park in the morning and then visit Simi Valley in the afternoon and repeat all around the county. As we get active in the various neighborhoods, we're going to be recruiting neighbors to become organized to advocate for the kinds of services that the neighborhoods need. So there's a little bit of community organizing built into this too. And after a year of this, I think we're going to see an amazing cohesion of collaborators and service. So we are incredibly grateful to the Port and to Wells Fargo and to the important players here who made this all possible. And we're ready to go. Thank you.
Stay right here, Susan. Okay, team, come out. So, this is very important. They don't like it, but if you have not, who hasn't taken a tour yet? Taken a tour. What did I say? Too much cold medicine. I'm sorry. So this is our food share team. We have over 350 plus volunteers who show up every single day to help us do the work that we do. 90% of our payroll gets paid with a hug and a kiss and a thank you. This is the active working team that lives and breathes food share. We really do. It's a tremendous family. And so I wanted you to meet them all, and please give them a round of applause for what they do every single day. This really is a big deal. This is kind of, at the end of the Oscars, we'll stay with the theme for Best Picture. Could you not see a better picture? I mean, this is what it's about. We're so grateful to you. Please stay, eat, drink, talk. If you haven't taken a tour, this is our brand new, beautiful baby, but we have so much more to share for you if you've never walked through our warehouse doors. So again, thank you for being here. Don't be in a rush to leave. Meet someone new that you haven't. And who's going to come out and help on the mobile pantry? Perfect.